But first up tonight, look, this Queensland government, now it prides itself on its jobs, jobs, jobs mantra, despite the fact it's got the second highest unemployment rate of any state or territory, and it's clearly anti-coal, and this is well before COVID, by the way. As Queensland voters get ready to go to the polls in less than 90 days, let's be very clear about the jobs hoax being perpetuated by the Palaszczuk government. Now, the only job the Palaszczuk government is concerned about is its own. Sorry, that and the burgeoning public service. Now, could you imagine Queensland's unemployment rate before COVID if the government hadn't put on an extra 57,000 public servants since 2015? Let me repeat that. 57,000 public servants. 57,000. Is it any reason the state's debt is ballooning towards $100 billion? This is a government drunk on putting on extra bureaucrats, and it doesn't give a hoot about the cost to future generations. It's spend, 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 and bugger the fiscal implications. Now we've got the powerful AWU and CFMEU unions urging the Palaszczuk government to approve stage 3 of the Acland coal mine at Oakey. This is unprecedented. Normally the unions are in lockstep with everything the Labor government does. They're joined at the hip. The umbilical cord's never been broken, but not on this occasion, not on this mine expansion. They say the government needs to intervene, ignore noisy interests, as they call it, and approve stage 3, saving 600 jobs. 600 jobs. 600 families, 600 livelihoods. Crazy stuff. Now, the government says it won't intervene until the matter is dealt with by the High Court. This is despite the mob taking it to the High Court, the Oakey Action Group. They were declared insolvent recently after their inability to pay $730,000 in costs to the New Hope Mine Group after they lost a court appeal. Now, this has been in the courts for 13 years. This has got the potential to be like Adani at the last federal election. Miners and blue-collar workers need to understand that the Palaszczuk government is anti-mining. If it was pro-mining, it would approve this mine, just like it did Adani. Adani was in the courts, heavily in the courts, but it still went ahead after, Bill Shorten lost. Now, this mine that I'm referring to out there at Oakey, it's said to be and I haven't been there yet, but I will go out there at some point, it's said to be the most pristine and well-looked-after mine site in Australia. Now, when the unions start turning on a Labor government, you know they're in strife. COVID-19 may yet save Anastasia Palaszczuk, but the sad reality is that Queensland just can't afford another 4 years of this mob.